Yeah, just give me a call if they need anything.
But I don't know anything much.
It's a struggle. And when you see when your poor parents, all they have to do, that will motivate you. Really.
Trying to, can't keep us in the past.
But I think
for us
to move on, we have to have like the past there.
We need to know about the past.
Not to the extent where you're caught up in it. That you can't get past it.
I'm not getting a job because of so and so happened so many years ago. I mean, you need to know it, but it's not a major point of your life.
It is a major point, but at the same time, if we go on like if we continue with that attitude, we're not going to go nowhere. We're going to focus on our children.
I think throughout life, we're always going to have slavery, like, in the shadows.
Yeah, of course, we will.
So some things will come back to it, like certain things, but we can't blame everything. I know what you mean. I'm saying something. There's like loads and loads of memorials for like World War II. World War II, that was about fighting. People went to war just to fight, I believe. And this is like, there's nothing to do with slavery anywhere. Like when Black History Month came along, that's when people start talking about say 1 month, and Black History was on for like years and years. The slavery, and we only get 1 month, and as soon as the month's over, every displays get taken down. Everything just gets taken down. Until the next year.
But do you know what I'm saying? Our Black History was watching Roots in school, and that was fast forward.
We don't even
we watch Roots.
So we're watching it now.
And it's really
what the auction.
The fast forward it all.
Even how they was treated, just straight to the auction, how they were sold. I was like, sir, there's more to it than auctioning us off.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
And they just dictate over the videos, all the like emotional stuff. Fast forward.
What are your initial?
Shabby.
Shabby.
Yeah.
I don't think it portrays reality at all.
Okay.
Like those three in particular, it's not even clear as a piece of artwork what's actually happening, because like it's supposed to be about like sexual activity between the black and white and slavery masters and whatever, but it's unclear who the black people are in most of the pictures, in most of the images, so it's ineffective in even portraying what the artist is trying to say, never mind the truth.
So it's not truthful?
It says something
the only
about
truthful picture I think is that main one there in a way, because it's more realistic.
Well, to be honest, I mean the only thing that really struck me was the quilt, which is a direct relation of our region from textiles, the cotton industry to and it's hurtful to look at that quilt.
I think that piece of Pacific artwork actually tells a story more than anything else in this art gallery, and I think I could write about something off that, because the actual artwork tells the actual story, whereas the rest of it is just images of people. Nothing it's of something, but it's of people.
But with this one, you have to analyse. To know anything, you have to go away and analyse that picture and go research it. Whereas when you go at Liverpool, like I said before, it brings emotion straight away. You see the after effects. Do you remember when we saw that big Ku Klux hanging, you're like, oh,
I don't think that it has enough background information. It's just like there, but
it's emotions.
The struggles what they were having, the Benny brothers, the people of Benin. But he's saying that if you look at it, wasn't even drew by themselves anyway. So I kind of see what they're trying to do with it. The Benny brothers, the pictures there.
Modern artists, saying how British people perceive it.
I understand where it's coming from, but at the same time, if it would have been drew from somebody who's experienced that, then it would be more real. But coming from somebody from the outside world who wasn't in that situation and not living in.
that's what the artist or whoever it's trying to show.
What?
Showing that with like the Benin bronzes, it's showing that if you look at the pictures, like it looks like a, I don't know, English person or something sat on a sofa, and it's like they're looking at the Benin things, they don't know the history behind it or anything. The Benin things, yeah, the little bronze things. So I think it's showing that, you know, as the British culture went and criticised this African society or whatever.
In the background, showing the whole gargoyle faces, like it's like what you're saying, how people outside of the slavery, the immediate circle of slavery kind of thing. It's trying to say how they perceive them as just a big gargoyle kind of thing. But what that gargoyle is trying to say is chronicle is, the whole rape and oppression, what happened to the slaves, and I think it's kind of lacking in the way he's trying to do it. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think this expedition is like not showing the time in slavery, it's showing after slavery. So it's like what they've been through, but it's mostly focusing on after slavery.
So do you think it's it's to enhance the view of the abolition?
Not mostly.
One piece here that stood out for me was the one over there where it showed the family, the mother and the 3 children, whose family, they look really rich, and plus they could get a picture like that done. That shows that they're rich, but
next to the black dolls.
But that picture, they could only afford that and dress like that and have what they had because the husband and the father in that family was like used to deal with slaves and stuff.
Slave owners.
I think there should be some sounds.
Yeah.
Because when the one in Liverpool, it was like
smells.
and you could like, and you could like hear, you could press play and you could hear like the beatings and like the roots. It's like progressing.
Well, we're talking about a painful experience, and for me, I feel quite cold and prim and proper in here. Do you know what I mean? Who went through the room? We went through the room.
That room wasn't. If that room was to show something about slavery or even the abolition of it, it didn't do it. It was just showing drumming. What is drumming? A drum. Yeah, it might be African based, but it didn't explain it.
Communication. Like they used the drum for like expression because it was suppressed to communicate without speaking.
Well, they say
that.
That, for example, things like capoeira came from the movement of the chains and how they moved with the chains, and they learned to fight and train themselves like that. And obviously, the beating of the drum is a form of expression. But for me, walking through the room, and I don't want to impress my feelings or my emotions, my initial emotions upon you guys, but I walked through it and I thought, what do you know? What is it?